Hi everyone, how are you doing? My name is Ombonya Kenya and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, karibu sana, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe as this helps me grow this channel. So as you can tell from the title of this video, today I'm going to be talking about 10 things I love about Australia. So I'm Kenyan. I was born in Kenya. I was raised in Kenya. I moved to Australia 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago, and I have lived in 2 states. I lived in the western part of Australia, and now I moved to Melbourne in 2020. So just a disclaimer, I'm just talking about my experience and the things that I love. If you love other things, just comment down below, tell me what you love about Australia. And also, I love Kenya, and I'm allowed to love Kenya and love Australia, right? So yeah, let's do this. The first thing I love about Australia is their infrastructure. I'm talking water, I'm talking electricity, I'm talking sewage, transportation. So Australia have trash days. I mean, how do you dispose your trash? You don't have to worry about how you're going to dispose it. And this is very important because this also involves recycling and all those things. So it's very easy to keep the country clean, considering you do not have to worry about how you dispose your garbage. Secondly is water. Water is actually a basic need. I'm not sure, but can you tell me down in the comments if your water can be disconnected if you're not paying? Someone said you can't. Someone said that the water company cannot. So I'm actually not sure. Just tell me. So the other thing is electricity. Since I moved to Australia, that was, like I said, almost 5 years ago, I have only experienced blackout once. And there was a storm and something happened with a tree, and that is the only time I experienced blackout. So it is a very good thing that we have electricity like all the time. So the other thing is about the transportation. I love that they have public transport, and that is buses and trains and trams. So buses and trains are very nice because then you can keep your time, and it is very easy for you to like plan your journey and all that. So, and then the trams, I'm not sure what states have the trams, but I'm sure that Western Australia does not have trams, but they're in Melbourne. Trams are vehicles that I think they are powered by electricity cables. I'm not sure but what state have them, but I have seen that in Melbourne, and that is very good because they operate in the city, and it's very easy for you to just use the public means. So yeah, the second thing I love about Australia is the beautiful beaches. So in Perth, most people live along the beaches or around the beaches, but in Melbourne I haven't like explored so much because then when I moved to Melbourne, COVID happened and then all the lockdowns. But I have been to Phillip Island, and I can tell you the beaches here are clean and people love the beaches. So during summer people will spend time there. And the good thing about Australia is the beaches have places that you can like spend your time with family and friends, like do barbecue, and there are so many activities at the beach. You can swim, you can surf and all that. So it is a good thing that they are clean and people enjoy going to the beach. The third thing is how diverse Australia is. It's a multicultural continent. So by this there are so many people from different continents, from different countries, and it's a really good thing for you to be able to engage with people from different backgrounds, different cultures. You learn a lot engaging with those people, because then you get to experience other continents through the people. So this brings me to the other my fourth thing that I love about Australia, because that is food and the drink spots. By food, I mean, if it's a multicultural continent, we have different foods. I mean Indian, I mean Chinese, Italian, and all those foods. And in Australia, in everywhere you find food stores. I love that. I love that you can find in the same area, but if you don't want to eat fast food, you can find other types of food. And I love that about Australia. And also the drinking spots, I mean coffee shops, not what you were thinking, but Australians love their coffee. So there are so many cafes and coffee shops around Australia, and the liquor stores too. We have people who really enjoy their beer here, and Australia is amongst one of the countries or continents that produce their own wines. So for example, in Western Australia, they have Margaret River, a very nice place, and they produce their own wine. So if you have a friend in Australia, tell them to hook you up. Let me not even get started with the fact that some wines are even cheaper than water. The fifth thing I love about Australia is the parks and the view and the nature. So in each suburb that you live, you have a park, and not some suburbs have more than one. They have more than one park, and this is a very good thing, because the parks are well equipped. First of all, the kids are taken care of. There's always a playground, and then some parks have even barbecue places, so which is a very good thing, more so during summer. And then there are parks that actually have fitness equipment. Can you imagine that? Like, you have gym equipment just there for you to go, and it's free of charge, which I think it's a good thing. And that leads me to my sixth thing that I love about Australia, that is health and fitness. They really take that seriously. I mean, you find people in early mornings running, jogging, walking their dogs. Telling you, these people love their pets. I don't know if back home you walk dogs. Where I grew up, we don't walk dogs, but Australians love their fitness, and it's really sad, and it's very embarrassing that I can't even wake up and go for a run. And sometimes I'm going to work in the morning and it's very chilly. Like during winter, you'll find someone running in the morning before 7 a.m. and I'm like, are you okay? Are you fine? But it's a very good thing for those who can do that. Honestly, I think maybe one day I will run, but now, no, not in the morning. I feel like I should. My sport is just to sleep in. The eighth thing that I love about Australia is the rights and the laws. They really respect those. This is a place where they have, for example, they have fair work. That means discrimination, harassment, and all those bad things, which can be done by the employer or your fellow employees, are not tolerated at work. I mean, if you feel like you're being treated unfairly, you can report the company, you can report your co-workers, and it's a really good thing, considering that, like I said, it's a multicultural continent. It's a very good thing that people respect other people, and this law is there to enforce that. And on that point about the law, the rights of the citizens, I love that Australia have a minimum wage. So here people respect the hustle. It does not matter what you do. Like, you'd be a cleaner and people don't even feel shame. Like back home, if you're a cleaner and someone asked, what do you do for a living, like what is your job, you'll be like hesitant to tell people what you do. Here you ask someone and they're like, oh, I'm a cleaner, or I'm a caterer, or I do this, and that is really nice. And the minimum wage of Australia is $20 an hour. That is the national minimum wage. I know maybe some people get paid less, but the minimum wage is 20 Australian dollars. And I find that very nice, because then that gives us a kind of a level that there's no one who is better than the other one. You do your hustle, get your dollar, and I mean, it is what it is. So that is a very, very good thing, and I love that about Australia, because then some people are not getting oppressed, and it does not matter if you're doing a white collar job or a blue collar job. Hustle is respected in Australia, and that is a very, very good thing in it. That I really love that about Australia. So the ninth thing I love about Australia is how they keep time. This is more about the Australians. They really keep time. I have tried to keep time, and I mean, I go to work and I still like get late with a few minutes. I don't know why. I still get late even after all these years. But these are the people who will tell you that we meet at 10 a.m. and they will be there at 10 a.m. My dear, 10 a.m. I'm just waking up. If I tell you I'm on the way, know that I'm taking a shower. It is bad, and I'm embarrassed about it. I'm really working on keeping time. I'm a typical African timer, which is a very bad thing in this country. Okay, yeah, that is all I have to say about that. The ninth thing I love about Australia is Australian wildlife. So there are quite unique animals here, like the kangaroo. Most kangaroos live in Australia, and talking penguins and koalas. I mean, if I was to be born an animal, I'd want to be a koala. That is my spirit animal. All that animal does is eat and sleep, eat and sleep. That is my dream. So I love Australian wildlife. I mean, I don't think it's put out there so much, because I feel like people think in Africa we walk with lions. Here people think that snakes and spiders are everywhere. They are very, very popular, but that is not true. There are so many beautiful animals that are underrated, and I feel like we should also talk about that, like how beautiful the wildlife is. The 10th thing I love about Australia, and this is the last thing, of course I have a lot, but I had prepared 10 things, top things that I love about Australia. The last thing is how beautiful Australia is in general. I'm talking about the views, the scenery. I mean, there's a lot to do in Australia. There's a lot to see in Australia. You can go hiking, you can go, and my best activity to do in Australia is the road trips. I'm telling you, enjoy those road trips. Road trips are goals. And yeah, those are the things that I love about Australia, the top 10 things. So this brings me to the end of this video. If you love this video, give me a thumbs up. If you live in Australia, tell me what you love about Australia, or you can tell me what you love about where you live. And yeah, so I will see you in my next one. Bye.